Hi guys, you're watching part 4 of the How to Play Heroclix tutorial series. And what we're going to do in this part, basically, this is the last bit before we start introducing some of the more advanced rules. So what I've done, I've picked two 200 point teams, and I'm just going to quickly go through a real quick battle with them using what I've shown you so far. So going to use their movement values, their attack and defence, their damage values, and also obviously in the last game I showed you how to do the attacks, which is all close range, but I've got some characters now that've got a bit of range on them so they can attack from distance. So I'm literally going to play through this game pretty quickly and just hopefully give you a bit of an idea of how the team game works. So I've got two 200 point teams, and they're a little lopsided. So this team here, I've got the Scroll General who costs 60 points. Now I've got Thing from the Fantastic Four who costs 140. So they've got two people on their team. On the other team here, I've got Captain America who costs 100 points. Agent Coulson from the Avengers movie who costs 50 points. And Chun-Li from Street Fighter who costs 50 points. So it's a 2 against 3 game, so it's a slight advantage in that respect, but also the Thing's quite a strong character defensively. Right, so I'll start off, as we're playing for a 200 point game, you get 2 actions each team per turn. So I'm going to start off with the team with the numbers disadvantage here. So I'm going to start off with Thing, and he's got a movement value of 8. So what I'm going to do with Thing straight away, I'm going to move him 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to move straight into attack there with Captain America. He can't move on this turn because that was his movement, that was his action for the turn to move. But on the next turn, obviously, that's going to become a bit of a battle now. With Scroll General, he's actually got a value of 6 there for his distance. So I'm going to make a long range attack there with him. He's got an attack of 10. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a look at Agent Coulson and at Chun-Li, because at the moment, Scroll General, he can attack 6 squares, but he's not going to be able to attack Captain America because Thing's blocking his view there, so he's not going to be able to see a straight line. So I can choose either Agent Coulson here, who's got a defense of 16, or Chun-Li, who's also got a 16. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose to attack on Chun-Li. So that's Scroll General's got an attack value of 10, Chun-Li's got a defense of 16, so I want a 6 on the dice roll. I've rolled a 4 and a 2, which is exactly right, that's 6. So he deals out 2 clicks of damage. I'll get Chun-Li, and she's going to take 2 clicks, which is 1, 2. Scroll General will get an action token for that, and that's the end of his turn. Right, so now it's on to this other team's turn. So what we're going to do, Captain America's got Thing right up in his face, so he's going to want to deal with that and get him out of the game if he can. So Captain America's got an attack value of 11, and the Thing's got a defense of 18, so wants 7 or higher to hit. I've rolled a 4 and a 1, so that's a 5, so Captain America's missed there. So he takes an action token to represent that he's done something this turn, and that's unfortunately all Cap can do. So I've now got Agent Coulson here, or I've got Chun-Li. Now Agent Coulson's got a range of 6. He can either attack the Scroll General or he can try and attack the Thing, but with Thing's 18 defense and Agent Coulson only having a 9 attack, it's going to be a bit of an uphill struggle. So I'm going to use Agent Coulson to make a long range attack on the Scroll General. So that's a 9 on a 16, so I'm looking for a 7 for that. He's rolled a 3 and a 5, so that's a hit. Agent Coulson does 2 clicks of damage, so I'm just going to give that to Scroll General. That's 1, 2. Now a piece of Agent Coulson, because he's got quite a low damage, he's never going to be taking out your larger characters. But what he can do, he can either take out some of the weaker characters, or once, say Thing, he's got 18 defense, but as he gets hurt, that defense is going to start falling down. It's going to be easier for a character like Coulson to come in and attack. So finally I've got Chun-Li here, who hasn't moved this turn, but obviously because we're playing a 200 point turn, I can only take 2 actions per team on each turn. So Chun-Li's not going to do anything this turn. Right, so it's next turn. What I'm going to do, I'm going to rest the Scroll General because I don't want to push him. And I'm also going to do the same, I'm going to rest the Thing, and that'll be the end of that turn. Right, so for my next turn, what I'm going to do, Captain America really wants to, I really want to take Thing out of the game because he's the real power piece in this whole game at the moment. So Captain America's going to push to attack him. So it's Captain America's 11 attack against Thing's 18 defense. So I want a 7 on the roll again. I roll the dice. I got 4 and a 3, so that is a 7. So that's a hit. And Captain America does 3 clicks of damage. So Thing's going to take 1, 2, 3, and it's weakened down a little bit. His defence has gone down to a 17. And because that was a push for Captain America is also going to take a click of damage now. That's one click there for pushing damage. The other thing I'm going to do this turn is I'm going to take Chun-Li. She's got a range of 3, so she can't actually reach the Skrull General for a long range attack here because he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares away. So what I'm going to do instead with Chun-Li, she's got a movement of 8, so I'm going to move her right in. 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to come up face to face with the Skrull General and just sort of take the battle to him. Agent Coulson hasn't done anything this turn, so I can remove his action token. And that's the end of that turn. So to start the next turn, Skrull General's got to attack on Chun-Li. So that's a 9 on a 15, so I want a 6 on the dice. I rolled a 9 there, so that's an easy hit. But Skrull General, because he's already taken a bit of a hit, he's only given out 1 click of damage at a time now. So Chun-Li's only going to take a single click of damage there. That's 1. Give him an action token. Now you've got Thing. So Thing's got a choice here. He can either attack Agent Coulson or he can attack Captain America. Captain America's the main attacking threat still on that team, so he's going to have to go for him really. So it's going to be the Thing's 9 attack value against Captain America's 16 defense. So you're looking for a 7. Rolled a 6 and a 2 there, so that's an 8, and that's a hit. The Thing's giving out 3 clicks of damage, so Captain America will take 3 there. 1, 2, 3. And that's giving Captain America quite a hit. He's fairly near the end of his life now, unfortunately. So that's the end of that go. So on my next turn, Captain America's already got 2 action tokens, so he can't do anything. He's going to have to rest for that turn, so we'll get rid of those 2. Chun-Li, I'm also going to rest because I don't want to push her because she's already taken damage twice in the game. So all I've got left is Agent Coulson. Agent Coulson can't see the Skrull General to attack him. So I'm going to be a bit brave with Agent Coulson now. I'm going to try and attack the Thing. So I'm doing a 9 attack value against a 17 defense. So I want an 8 or higher. I've rolled a 7 there, so that's not successful. Give an action token to Agent Coulson. That's the end of that turn. So what I'm going to do this turn, I'm going to rest Skrull General and rest Thing. And that's it for their turn. They're just going to rest themselves up. Right, so next turn, Chun-Li's going to try and take out and finish the Skrull General if she can. So it's a 9 attack on a 16 defense. I've rolled a 6 there, so that's not actually enough to hit. So Chun-Li takes an action token, but there's no damage given out there. Next thing I'm going to do is Captain America is going to try and attack the Thing again. So it's a 9 on a 17. He's rolled an 8 there, so that's exactly what I needed to hit. That's good. That's going to bring Thing down a bit now again. Captain America's doing 2 damage at the moment. So Thing's going to go down 1, 2. And his defense is still on a 17, so it's going to be quite a hard character for Agent Coulson to hit. So that's my 2 actions. Agent Coulson hasn't acted this turn, so he rests and removes his action token. Right, so the Thing, what he's going to do now is going to try and attack Captain America and get rid of him from the game once and for all. So I've got a 9 attack value on a 16, so I want to roll for a 7. I've rolled a 5 and a 4, so that's a hit. That's going to be 2 clicks of damage to Captain America. 1, 2, and he's still in the game. Unbelievably, I thought that might have been it for him, but he's still hanging in there at the moment. Give an action token to Thing. And the Skrull General's going to try and attack Chun-Li again. So it's 9 on a 15, so I'm hoping for a 6 on the dice. I've rolled a 6 on one dice and a 4 on another, so that's a 10. That's an easy hit. And that's going to do 1 click of damage to Chun-Li. Chun-Li's taken quite a few hits, but they've all been quite low hits because the Skrull General's only dishing out 1 attack at a time. So it's not been too bad for her. Right, so on this next turn, what I'm going to do, I'm a bit concerned now. Skrull General, he still hasn't taken a lot of damage, and Chun-Li's getting quite worn down. So I'm going to be a bit brave here. I'm going to push Chun-Li to attack. So it's a 9 on a 16. I've rolled an 8, so that's a hit. So Skrull General's going to take a click of damage from Chun-Li. But then Chun-Li, because she's now pushing, she's got 2 action tokens on her. She's also going to have to take a click of damage. and that's put her on. I think that's her final click of life, but that's a bit of a choice I had to make in the moment there. So one more action. There's a bit of an earthquake there in the world of Heroclix where I dropped the camera, which is a little embarrassing. Come off its tripod. As I was saying, so I've got a choice now. Captain America could push to attack Thing, but that seems a bit crazy at the moment. So I'm going to try and attack with Agent Coulson. So that's a 9 on a 17. So I'm hoping for an 8 on the dice. I've rolled a 7, which is unsuccessful, which means Agent Coulson gets another action token, and I can rest Captain America for that turn. Alright, so on this next go, what I'm going to do, I'm going to rest the Thing. I'm going to push Skrull General to attack Chun-Li and hopefully finish her off. So it's a 9 on a 14, and so all I need is a 5 on the dice. I've rolled in exactly a 5, it's a 4 and a 1. So that's going to do 2 clicks of damage to Chun-Li. And unfortunately that's her KO'd. So she's out of the game now. And obviously there's quite a big numbers advantage going on for the Skrull and Thing team. Because Skrull was pushing for that damage, he takes an extra action token. He's got 2 there now, and obviously he's going to take a click of pushing damage. And that's the end of that turn. So this is even the game up now. It's 2 against 2, but the Thing's still really got a strong character. He hasn't taken a lot of hits, so we really need to do some damage to him now. So Captain America's going to try and hit him. It's a 10 on a 17, so he wants to roll 7s. I've actually rolled a 5 there, which means that's unsuccessful. And because I'm really desperate to try and get Thing weakened up, I'm going to push Agent Coulson to attack again. So that's a 9 on a 17. So I'm hoping for an 8 here on the dice. And I've rolled a 5, so Agent Coulson's now got 2 action tokens, which means he's going to take a click of pushing damage. And now it's looking like this game could be really one-sided. So next turn, obviously, Skrull General's going to have to rest. He's already got 2 action tokens. And Thing's going to make an attack. So Thing's got an attack value of 9 now, so that's dropped quite a bit. And he's going to try and attack Captain America, who's got 15. So I'm hoping for a 6. Which I've got. I rolled an 8 there. So that's 2 damage to Captain America. And that's KO. So it's now 2 against 1. It's not looking very hopeful for Agent Coulson here. You got 1 action token for Thing there. So all Agent Coulson can do in this turn, because he's got 2 action tokens ready, he's going to have to rest there. What I'm going to do now, Skrull General, he's got a range of 6, so I'm going to try and make a long range attack of him. So it's an attack of 8 on a defense of 16, so I want a roll of 8 here. He's rolled a 6 and a 2, so that's successful. That's 1 click of damage for Agent Coulson. Just taking him down. Give an action token to Skrull General. And what I'm going to do, because I'm quite confident at the moment with Thing that I can finish this game off on this turn and make this a win. So I'm going to push Thing to attack Agent Coulson. That's a 9 on a 16, so I want a 7. I've rolled 2 4s, that's an 8. So that's obviously a hit. So Agent Coulson's going to take 2 clicks of damage. 1, 2, and that's KO. And so what's happened there, Thing and Skrull General won that game quite easily. It was 3 against 2, they were outnumbered for the game, but just basically their higher stats have really won out. So that shows you that it's not about the numbers of players on your team, it really is about the stats on your dial. That pretty much rounds out the basics of Heroclix now. I've shown you the squares on the map, I've shown you how to move around, I've shown you how to do attacks, and you've also seen 2 sort of mini games played out now. So the next part of the series I'm going to start introducing some of the more advanced concepts. I'm going to start showing you how some of the powers work, and that's when the game really starts to get quite interesting. So hopefully if you've enjoyed this so far, I'll see you next time.